Hello everyone, welcome back to our Power Ranger vlog. Today's episode, Wishing for a Hero. For once, Nickelodeon got the title right because of the theme. For what's going on, Kendall decided to do a situation of a test. Throughout the whole time, the Rangers would be doing construction work, and when a rope breaks, something will swing at Kendall while she's walking, and someone rescues her. And then the test is to see if they request anything in return or if the gem picks them. That was basically a test. We got multiple fails. So there goes that try. And during this time, they just Fury and the Monster of the Week, Wish Star. And this one will be hard to complicate to talk about this monster because I have a hard time trying to understand Japanese culture when it comes to this type of thing. But if I could find something that closely matches this thing, Pokemon's Jirachi would be the best description. It is a type of celebration where you write your wish on a card and place it on a tree. That's what that celebration represents. Sorry if I don't know its name. But this monster's ability, anything it writes down on a card, comes true. Which, now the thought comes to my mind, couldn't he just write down freedom and then, he's free! Logic. But yeah, the monster decides to go rogue by freezing Fury in place and running off, while our Rangers are just trying to think of what to do. Walking by a marketplace, they found a woman who is doing wish cards. Wish Star decides to turn the cards into magical cards for them to use. While each Ranger, except Riley, because he doesn't believe in wishes, writes down a wish for it. Each of them gets a wish, but it turns out it's like the monkey's paw. And for those who don't know what the monkey's paw is, you get a wish, but it may come at a price.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, Dolman's here. Kuda wished for a burger. He got indigestion. Chase wished for a date, of course. He gets heartbreak and a broken skateboard. Tyler wants to see his father. He can never find him. Ivan wants to be the heroic knight who saves the maiden. He does, but he injures his back when he catches her off of a falling ladder. And Shelby, which has finally been proven, went on a date with Tyler. What she got was bubble in the eye when they were making bubbles, pile of water hitting her in the face, and when they finally were going out for a picnic, ants. That's what's going on. During that time, Sledge, discovering that Wish Star ran off from Fury, decides to finally release what was in that solitary confinement. All we saw the first time was a giant tentacle monster, so we kept thinking Cthulhu knockoff or something, where we can make the joke, we didn't have time to know where this is going. And as soon as they opened the cage and walked out, the being walked out, well, I kind of laughed at its name, Heckle. That's its name, Heckle. But when we see it, my first thought is, okay, how did Sledge kidnap Doctor Who? No, you could have put him in Doctor Who and you'd be looking like he could have been a doctor. The only thing that's odd about him is he has blue hair, a little bit of a blue hair tip. And he has fascination with his goggles. But he may look weird, but he is friggin' evil. He just did one light burst and wiped out all of Sledge's minions and guards. And I mean, killed them. They just vanished. And we don't know if his power is light-based, electricity-based, because as soon as he did another trick like that, all the cells opened up, causing a jailbreak. Sledge's like, if you give me the center gem, I'll give you freedom. He's like, how about this? I get you the Energem. We have a partnership. So, and also, just to state, this thing is evil. He destroyed either, if I remember, a few planets or a few galaxies. It's one of that meters. So, why is Sledge keeping that most dangerous thing if he knows he could do that?
I'm scared.
Well, during this time, Riley's trying to put two and two together what's going on about how we could find a new ranger, since he was the only one who didn't make a wish because he believed in logic. Everyone else is coming back from their suffering. And Kendall, discovering that wishes could come true without knowing the after effects, decides, I'm going to wish for a purple ranger. As they basically went out to stop her. Problem is, they almost got to it, but she already wrote down the card and dropped it into the box, activating her wish. She's about to walk across the street, and nearly got hit by a car, only to be rescued by Heckle. And in the part where everyone was freaking out, she almost gave him the Energem, until Wish Star shoots it out of her hand, and takes the Energem. And then Fury takes out Wish Star and gets the Energem himself, while Heckle is trying to restrain himself from what he could do. So and he's thinking, not now, I don't want to ruin this whole plan over one Energem. So he's a big strategist. He's more like a chess player. He doesn't want to go for that one goal. He wants for a bigger picture. And also, for some funny reason, his power could either be he needs to restrain himself from going crazy, or he just doesn't want to release his power yet. So that's debatable what's going on with that. But yeah, Fury escapes with the purple Energem, and they all fight Wish Star. Which, the funnier part is, during their battle with Wish Star, anytime they try to do something, he writes down something on the card, and basically they suffer some side effect. They all morphed. They're ready to charge on him. He's like, fall. They all drop. Ivan jumps up ready to slash him. He says, misses completely. They decided, fuse weapons together and blast him. Sadly enough, Wish Star ran out of cards. And he got killed. Giant Zord battle next. And they're using the Aqua Zord and the Graphite Zord to defeat Wish Star. Which, can anyone please talk about the freaking Aqua Ranger for once? I'm tired of this crap. Either talk about him or at least stop using his Zord. But yeah. Sledge now has the purple Energem, and know what he does with it? He turns it into a slot where you, basically for a gun. That's basically what he using it for. Weaponry for a gun. I would make fun of it, but that gun was strong enough to smack Heckle back into its cell. So that is evil if he was able to stop Heckle's light attack and smack him back in there. Well, Heckle's wanting revenge, so we're going to be waiting for that. As they all contemplate about what's going on with the Energem being in Sledge's hands, Riley states the logical fact of how they're going to get it back. They're going to do a break-in into Sledge's ship. And that's how it ends. This episode kind of got me a little bit more on edge, because I'm wanting to know who's going to be the Purple Ranger. And when they introduce Heckle, he seems like a character you want to know more about, besides the fact that he's deadly and dangerous. He feels like a little bit of a kooky person also, and a grand strategist. So more likely, we don't know if he's going to be good or evil when he pops up. The battles are getting a little bit more comedical each time, and short and simple. I'm just stating, all they did was just smack the Wish Star around with his mace, with a wrecking ball, and then with a hammer, just to kill it. And looking for me, I learned about Japanese culture in some ways to understand what Wish Star's purpose was. So if anybody in America needs to know who the hell what he's based on, that would be simple enough to explain. And I can't wait to see next week's when they're going to infiltrate Sledge's ship to get that gem back. And hopefully Sledge is not going to shoot them with the new gun. Because that gun, what Wrench said, is strong enough to put a hole into the ship. And when I mean a hole, I mean half the ship will be exploded. Till then, this is Rasa, signing out.